What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin Breeze here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the new Samsung Galaxy A6 smartphone. So without further ado, let's get started. So this device specifically is the international version of the A6. And what that means is that it's going to work really anywhere around the world, but this is limited to GSM carriers. So in the United States, you can use this with AT&T or T-Mobile or Cricket or Metro by T-Mobile. And also you can use it on a variety of other smaller regional GSM carriers. Now this device is also the dual SIM version of the A6, which means that you can use two SIM cards at the same time with this device. So if you have two different lines, maybe a work line and a personal line, you can put both SIM cards in this and you can accept calls like normal from both of those SIMs. So it's almost like combining two phones into one. Now this device is available at a variety of different retailers. Of course, you can get it from the carriers or you can buy it unlocked. Now I personally recommend buying this on Amazon as the price is pretty competitive there. Now at the moment, the price for this is $209 on Amazon. So that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. Now that price might go up or down based on the time that you're watching this video, but essentially this phone is available for around $200. Now taking a look at the hardware, on the front here we have the 5.6-inch 720p display, which also comes in at 18:9 aspect ratio. So that's actually really impressive. Now 720p is a little bit of a downgrade, but considering that this display is fairly small at 5.6 inches, you are going to get kind of a better pixel density than you would if the display was larger in 720p. Now, one thing I really like, though, is that 18:9 aspect ratio. And what that means is that the display here is going to be taller than your traditional 16:9 display that's found on a lot of other smartphones. And this is a really good thing if you view a lot of content on your device. It's going to make the internet browsing experience a lot better. And just in general, it's going to make it easier to view more content. Now moving up top here, we have a 16 megapixel front-facing camera, which is super impressive. And we also have a front-facing flash, which is really rare to see. We also have the earpiece on top as well. Now you might have noticed that there is no notch in this phone, and you'll have to decide on your own if that's a good or bad thing, but there is no notch. And also the corners on this device are squared off, which is actually a trend that a lot of OEMs are moving away from for some reason. It seems like a lot of new devices nowadays have these rounded corners. So you're going to get more of a traditional form factor with the Galaxy A6, but in my opinion, that's not really a bad thing. Now this device features 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, and you can expand that with a micro SD card. Now unfortunately, there is no wireless charging with the Samsung Galaxy A6, so if that's a feature you really like, then you might have to buy a different phone. For a budget device, that is kind of to be expected, as not too many budget devices actually feature wireless charging. There is, however, on the back side here, a fingerprint sensor, which is great to see. And also, you can use the front-facing camera to do a face unlock. So you have multiple forms of unlocking this device, so you have to decide which one you prefer. Now also on the back is another 16 megapixel camera and a flash. Now there is no portrait mode with this device. Again, that's another feature that's mostly found nowadays on just high-end devices. So that is kind of unfortunate, but there is no portrait mode here. Now internally we have 4 gigabytes of RAM, and this device is powered by the Samsung Exynos 7 octa-core processor. So a really powerful processor and a really nice amount of RAM here. The device maxes out at recording video at 1080p at 30 frames per second, which is fine. And it features a 3000 milliamp hour battery. So that's definitely a good sized battery, so you're going to get some really good battery life with this device. And the device runs Android 8.0 Oreo as the operating system with the Samsung experience on top. So like I mentioned before, the device features a 5.6-inch display. It has that awesome 16 megapixel front-facing camera, the earpiece and the flash. Now moving on to the bottom here, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the microphone, and the micro USB port. It is a little bit frustrating to see that there is still a micro USB port with this. It would have been nice if they had included a USB Type-C port instead, but that's okay. I mean, it is still a budget device. Now moving up to the top, we have nothing here. Taking a look at the back side, I kind of touched on some of these things already, but we have the rear-facing 16 megapixel camera, the fingerprint sensor, the flash, the Samsung logo, and that's pretty much it. Now taking a look at the left side here, we have the volume rockers, we have the door for the micro SD card, and we have this larger door for the 2 dual SIMs. Then taking a look at the right side, we have the speaker grill and we have the power button. Now while we're at it, I wanted to go over some of the items that are included in the box. So when you get your device, you're going to have kind of this nice plastic layer over the front, which is great. It's going to kind of keep it protected. But then digging in deeper, we have a quick start guide, which is great to see. So the quick start guide right there, we have some different literature included inside and some directions. We have the micro USB cord for charging and data transfer. We have a SIM removal tool. We have the wall adapter down there, and we have some headphones. So it's really nice to see that headphones were included with this device because that's really a thing that you don't find anymore with budget smartphones. So Samsung does a really nice job giving you everything you need in the box. Now, one of my biggest complaints with Samsung is the amount of pre-installed apps that come with their phones. Now, a lot of these apps can be removed if you want to, but it's just a lot of extra work to remove these applications. But essentially, I wanted to show you what applications are pre-installed onto the device. So when you first get your device, you'll see on the home screen we have a calendar app, we have a gallery app, we have the Google Play Store, which is of course really important. Then we have a whole folder of Google apps. So there's Google, Chrome, Gmail, Maps, YouTube, Drive, Play Music, Duo, and Photos. And then we have a special folder here with Microsoft apps, which is kind of a rare thing to find, but you can always download these anyway in the Google Play Store. So I don't really see a reason for them to be pre-installed, to be honest. But we have Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, OneDrive, and LinkedIn. We also have the phone app, contacts, messages, internet, and camera. Now in the app drawer, it's most of those same apps, but there is a Samsung folder with extra Samsung apps. So we have SmartThings, Voice Recorder, Email, My Files. We already saw the Internet app. There's Samsung Health and Galaxy apps. So almost like a secondary app store here for special Samsung Galaxy apps. Of course, we have those Google apps again in this folder. We have Microsoft apps. There's Facebook pre-installed here. There is a clock app, contacts, settings, which is important, of course, calendar, calculator, play music, radio, Samsung Notes, secure folder, Samsung themes, and then these last three apps I actually installed on my own. Another feature here is Bixby. So if you just slide over, Bixby is the voice assistant that comes with the phone. So some people might find this useful. For me personally, I don't really see myself using it very much. I'm not even going to sign in, to be honest. I've seen plenty of coverage about Bixby on other YouTube channels, and it's really not that great. I mean, I think it's just more of a gimmick than anything else. If anything, I'd recommend using the Google app and using Google Assistant there. And you can actually access that right here as well. You don't even have to open up the app. Build quality wise, I think Samsung did a great job with the Samsung Galaxy A6. So you can see on the backside here, it is all metal. So unlike a lot of budget phones nowadays that are made out of almost entirely of plastic, you get metal here. The camera module also looks really high quality and nice. And there are these kind of interesting bands around the side. But all in all, great construction here. The metal even goes around the sides here on the rim. And then on the front, of course, this is all glass. So you might want to get a screen protector or a phone case or something to protect your device. One of the biggest trends nowadays is the screen to body ratio. And this is a 75% screen, 25% body. So that's kind of moderate. I mean, I've seen phones with much larger bezels around the sides, but I've also seen other phones that don't have very large bezels. And in another video, I will be doing a comparison between this and the iPhone XS Max, and we can compare the bezels on those two devices to see if, if this device would have had a notch, if that really would have helped at all. But really, in my opinion, I'm glad there's no notch here. I don't think it's necessary. And I think if they had a notch, they might have issues with including that front-facing flash. So I'm glad they have that front-facing flash, as that's a really important feature that I'm glad to see has been included with this device. And it also makes it very unique. So is the Samsung Galaxy A6 worth it? I'd love to know your opinion down in the comment section below, but if you like this video, give it a like, make sure to comment as well, and if you really liked my channel, then make sure to subscribe. And also make sure to buy this device on Amazon through the link below if you're interested in buying it. But thank you so much for watching this video. Again, this is Kevin Breeze here, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, and bye. This video is sponsored by Become a Successful Product Reviewer on YouTube. Now, this is a training that I personally put together. This is my course right here, and it's all about becoming a successful product reviewer. Now, in this course, you're going to learn how to get free product review samples. You're going to learn how to make income from affiliate links. And finally, you're going to learn how to make extra income by selling product review samples that have been sent to you after the review is complete. Now, inside of the course, I'm going to be going over my income reports, so you're going to know how much money I make from YouTube. I'm also going to be going over the best methods to get free products to review. We're going to be going over my favorite strategies to increase YouTube revenue. We're also going to be going over product review fundamentals for success. And finally, I'm going to be showing you my secrets on how to optimize your review videos for the most audience engagement. Now, this course is currently on sale right now for $9.99 as part of Udemy's Black Friday sale, so you'll get it for 95% off. Now, if you happen to miss the Black Friday sale, I'm including a link in the video description with a coupon code so you can pick this up for just $10. As always, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, but I'm sure you'll love this course. So thank you again, and let's get over to the video.